Let him fight, let him fight.
Right here in Miami. Here in
Hey guys, once again here with another video. I got a really good tip for you. I got an email from somebody wanting to know why their fish were dying in their live well. And they thought it was the live well they had and stuff like that. You know, you got to realize, number one, the main thing you have to do is have your live well running and in good condition. So once you have your live well running good and you're aerating good, you'll be okay. Now, one thing you want to remember when you're using your live well, you want to fill up that water in your live well right in the morning, okay? Because in the morning the water is nice and cool. Okay, and you also want to keep a bag of ice with you in your cooler. So if that water does tend to get hot, you can throw a little bit of ice in there to cool down the water. Okay, so one of the things that I tell people is, very first, when you catch your fish, all right, a lot of times people say, hey, I caught this fish, I caught this bass, and it was just hooked really bad, it was really bloody, and it died. Well, here is a really easy way to help your fish out if he's bleeding. When you pull your fish out, okay, and if your fish is bleeding, believe it or not, a little bit of Mountain Dew, okay? If you put a little bit of Mountain Dew, pour it all down the fish's mouth, get it all down, it kind of clots up all the blood and it stops him from bleeding. And this really helps out if you catch a fish that's really bloody. Try it one day. I didn't believe it until someone told me. It really, really works, okay? So if you catch a fish off the side of the boat and he's hooked wrong, he's bleeding everywhere, pour this down his mouth and you get it down in where he's bleeding, and this right here will clot the blood. I don't know if it actually clots the blood. I'm not a scientist, but it stops the bleeding, whatever the scientific wording is for that. I guess it's clotting. And that's your first step, okay? And that's if you catch a fish that's bleeding a lot. So remember, Mountain Dew works really good. All right. Back in here. Next thing you want to use when you get your live well filled up, okay, say you're fishing a tournament, all right, you want to buy some of this, okay? It's called Please Release Me, okay? I usually take some of this, I put 2 capfuls in my live well while it's circulating, okay? And one thing I also do, I don't recirculate my water from outside. I just aerate my water in here. I don't like bringing water in and out, Just don't like doing that. I keep my water in here, and like I said, if it gets warm, I put a little ice in there. But you put 2 capsules, Please Release Me in there, okay? And that will reoxygenate the water and help the fish breathe better. And I've used this, and I've never ever had a fish die in my live well, ever. And we've fished tournaments, and we've never had a problem with dead fish. So that's something else. Now, if you don't want to buy this, I believe this stuff sometimes it's like 10 to 20 bucks. There's a really, really cheap way to reoxygenate your water, okay? You can use, 3% hydrogen peroxide, okay? Hydrogen peroxide, if you think of water, okay? Water is H2O, okay? Hydrogen peroxide is H2O2, which means water, and it has 1 extra part oxygen per molecule. So it puts more oxygen to the water. And you don't want to use like a 20% peroxide or a commercial grade. You want to use 3%, okay? There you go. 3% hydrogen peroxide. I just take this, pour a little in there back and forth, and that's it. And that will reoxygenate the water, okay? That really, really, really helps, okay? So I hope this was a quick tip for you guys. I hope you guys got something out of it. Like I said, if you catch a fish, he's injured, a little bit of thrusty Mountain Dew, pour it down his mouth. That right there will stop the bleeding. All right. If you can get some of this, Please Release Me, or they got some other that are called Please Live. They got a bunch of different brands. I use this brand here, not sponsored by me or anything, but I will have a link to this stuff in the bottom so you can order some of this stuff. I've never had a fish die. It's a blue powder, and when you put it in to your live well, it'll look blue. If you ever go to some places, like I know when I went peacock bass fishing, we went and got bait, and the water in my live well was blue. Well, you want to know why? Because he had some of that in there on top of all his aerators to keep all his bait alive. So to keep your bass alive without them dying, So please release me. Remember, like I said, we'll go through the steps again. Fresh water in the morning. Do not recirculate your water from outside. Keep it inside, okay? Circulate inside and aerate inside of the Livewell. Don't introduce water from outside. 2 scoops of that. 2 capfuls. If you don't have any of that, 20% hydrogen peroxide. And if you have a fish that you caught that you think is going to die, a little bit of Mountain Dew. I hope this tip helped you. If it's your first time here, please like and subscribe in the bottom. I'd appreciate that. I will have a link to this in the bottom. The link will be one of my Amazon affiliate links, so if you do click on it, we do get a couple of cents if you purchase from our link. It costs nothing to you. That really helps out our channel. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. Watch again. Once again, Dealer Outdoors out.